Even for me, this video is a little bit quick, but there's a 6-second section on it that actually I think is really interesting. And at the end, I'll add a piece about the research that's going on, or rather not going on, for something that potentially could help save lots of lives, or at least allow people to live longer and more comfortably. You have to wonder why research isn't being carried out. I think I've said it in the video, I think it's because it's too cheap. See what you think. The video's on treating tooth decay, the audio's treating gum disease in care homes.
So we applied the SDF, and probably a year in, I kept saying, oh my goodness, the plaque is not sticking anymore. Their gums aren't bleeding as much. And it was very interesting to hear Haley say that it does not allow the biofilm to adhere, because I've been saying this for a few years now, and it's just one of those things that there isn't enough research.
There's plenty of research on how we can help children. The problem is, it's just too cheap, and it can be applied by nurses who are trained. We just need to promote it more. And as for the periodontal disease, well, that's a different thing altogether.
So like Sarah said earlier, she applies it to herself, and weighing the pros and cons of the darkness versus letting the cavity grow. I've applied it to myself a billion times.
So we normally use the Cochrane review to see how good the research is. But this is a new form using AI, and it's developed by Stanford University. So I'm clearly no academic, but I am interested in SDF, and why don't we do something about it? So I'll just highlight what it says at the end of this comprehensive report. But you can easily download it yourself or get in touch with me. Years ago, I asked a professor of periodontal disease if we could use bleach for cleaning the mouth. And he said, well, we don't know. No one's done any research on it because there's no funding. And the same thing seems to apply to SDF. And this isn't a conclusion, it just highlights the problem. The vaccinations we all benefited from during COVID were not initially adopted by medics. They were introduced by a British ambassador's wife from Turkey 100 years before. Maybe we can learn something from the therapists in the States, and our periodontist might start to investigate it and then adopt it, but hopefully within 100 years, or at least prove it doesn't work.